And the Oscar goes to Miss Anne Hathaway.
When Christopher Plummer says Anne's name, the facial expressions on the four other nominees barely changes. Not because of indifference or resentment, it's just of inevitability. You know, there's polite applause when Anne is coming up on stage, and then how Anne starts her speech epitomizes why people started to be turned off by Anne Hathaway through award season in 2013.
It came true.
It felt like she'd practiced and workshopped that line like 20 times before the Oscar ceremony. And there's another creepy element to it. It was very similar to how Kate Winslet opened up her Oscar speech in 2009 when Anne was also nominated for Best Actress.
I'd be lying if I haven't made a version of this speech before. I think I was probably 8 years old, into the bathroom mirror, and this would have been a shampoo bottle.
So yeah, it came across as inauthentic and like textbook of like, okay, this is how you start an Oscar speech, and then you say this, and then you say this, and then you say this.
Here's hoping that someday in the not too distant future, the misfortunes of Fontaine will only be found in stories and never more in real life. Thank you.
It was the last of many award show speeches that we'd heard from Anne throughout award season because she had swept the Best Supporting Actress category.
Thank you for this lovely blunt object that I will forevermore use as a weapon against self-doubt. You spelled my name wrong. It is with an E. It's probably in, bad taste for me to point that out here. I got my SAG card when I was 14. It felt like the beginning of the world. I have loved every single minute of my life as an actor. I'm so relieved I'm coming down with laryngitis because the location, the giddiness, this could be a recipe for disaster. I might sing. Anyway, that didn't go over well. He went better in my head.
Les Miserables came out over Christmas 2012.
He took my childhood and is strong.
So we basically went from the press run for the movie right into award season. So that would be a lot of anyone. And yeah, that was a lot of Anne.
I mean, this is spectacular, but if you want to get realistic with it, and thank you very much for bringing me back down to earth.
So after February 24th, 2013, we needed a break from Anne.
You're always looking for the next job. You always think at the end of one, it doesn't matter what's happened before, no one's ever going to hire me again. So I do feel this evening the respect of my peers, and I'm going to ride that wave for as long as I can. But I do also have a practical approach to acting, which is gotta work, gotta work, gotta work.
And Anne noticed that her phone wasn't ringing off the hook. And it probably should have been, because not only did she just win an Oscar for a box office hit, but in the summertime, she'd just been a worthy successor, surprisingly worthy successor, to Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises.
My mother warned me about getting into cars with strange men.
This isn't a code.
Today, Anne tells Vanity Fair, a lot of people wouldn't give me roles because they were so concerned about how toxic my identity had become online. Yeah, Anne had become the internet's favorite celeb to mock because of her textbook speeches at award show that just seemed practice, practice, practice.
You said it came true when you started your speech. What's it? Did you have a special wish or what?
I had a dream. And it came true. And that can happen.
And Anne revealed to Vanity Fair that the rehearsing helped ease her anxiety. Part of the way I can tell myself that I'm okay is by having such a complete level of preparation that if I get a critical voice in my head, you can quiet it down by saying you did everything you could to prepare. That award show persona might have swallowed up the public's ability to, believe Anne as a chameleon actor. But Anne only had to wait 5 months before a shining dark knight rose to assist her. She tells Vanity Fair, I had an angel in Christopher Nolan who did not care about that persona, and gave me one of my most beautiful roles I've had in one of the best films I've ever been part of. Yeah, her Dark Knight Rises director cast her in Interstellar, alongside Matthew McConaughey, Jessica Chastain, and a secret Matt Damon.
Where's the mountains?
Those aren't mountains. The waves.
Not surprisingly, Christopher is not one to pay attention to online chatter, so Anne doesn't even know if he was aware of her new public persona. I don't know if he knew that he was backing me at that time, but it had that effect, and my career did not lose momentum the way it could have if he hadn't backed me. That's probably true, but I want to give Anne some major credit here. Like, Anne changed her ways, so to speak.
Sorry, I just have to pause. Just so you understand, all of you have seen this movie way more recently than I have. It's been, if not over a decade, maybe 2 decades since I've seen this movie. So this is amazing. Yeah, sorry, I'm taking up too much time. Oh my gosh, reminiscing is fun.
Hating on Anne Hathaway wasn't necessary,
Jason Sloan and special contributions by Frank Salvaggi and Kerry Wagner.
but she was trying during that period. Like, it was a little much. But Anne just started relaxing. It was easy as that. Just relax, Anne. Like, Anne's a naturally charming, funny, likable individual. She doesn't have to try to be funny, likable, and charming. She just is. She then starred in the very easy to like flick, The Intern, and then really showed off that new effortless persona in Ocean's 8.
Oh, wow. Right. I'd go with Anne. Look at you. Yep.
Because I'm thinking that was a huge test for her. Like, I mean, to be around, like, the pinnacle, the one they all look to as the charming, effortless, likable, self-deprecating Sandra Bullock. The old Anne would have got all wound up and like, how do I be around Sandra Bullock when I'm kind of like that, kind of thing?
Thanks.
That is amazing. It's the precision, right? It's always the attention to detail and the little grace notes that really make something sing.
But no, she just kept on being Anne, and it was effortless on screen.
Don't have that many close female friendships.
Were you an only child?
We've never sat down and like talked about work or talked about acting.
I know, and every time we have, the rooms had a lot of other furniture in it.
Right.
So.
I remember watching Variety's Actors on Actors with Anne and Jeremy Strong in June 2022 and thinking, oh, Jeremy's the old Anne.
Preparing for this, I went back and watched a lot of your body of work.
Oh, I'm just trying to imagine you watching The Princess Diaries.
I didn't rewatch The Princess Diaries.
Rewatch, you are good.
So introspective and about the art of acting and the discipline, and Anne's just very relaxed about it and very self-aware.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hey.
Sorry. In case you're watching this at home or on your phone, on the subway or any place, we're meant to call each other and all actors by full names.
Like immediately recognizing that the internet's going to be all over her for saying his full name, so she better qualify that.
So, hello, Jeremy Strong.
Anne Hathaway.
Nice to see you.
On screen, Anne has been doing some solid work in like indie and streaming service titles. I don't know if that's by choice or she's not getting offered, big major studio work, but I don't miss the old Anne. I like the new Anne. Yeah, what are your thoughts on him revealing that Interstellar
Yes, you are.
helped her out when she was in a tough spot post Les Miserables?
I dream